Tonight, from Sacramento, California, it's Week 9 of the NFL on EA Sports. The Sacramento Miners versus Justin Herbert and the Houston Voyagers.
We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Houston Sacramento Miners. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time.
The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
They'll take over.
So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by a first-round pick in the 2020 draft out of Utah State. This is Jordan Love.
And you've got to think that they've got to be feeling pretty fresh. You know, coming off of the open week, didn't have to play, right? Gives them a chance to rest up a little bit, heal some of those aches and pains, and excited about playing again. That really rekindles things a little bit. I want to see how they come out and establish themselves here early.
And that bye week coming right where they want it, in the middle of the schedule. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. An early statement on the game's first play. 18 yards and a first down.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47. So a look here at the key inactives, and we got this list before the game down on the field. They tell us the same thing every time, don't they? Next man up.
No excuses. Be ready to play. That's the mantra of every organization. The key is having guys on the roster who are capable of filling in and playing at a high level. That's when you know you've drafted well, scouted free agents well, and stocked your team just the way you're supposed to.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Defense had a chance to get off the field here. The opening drive couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important third down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 43. A run there on first down and a pretty good one at 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
On the carry, it's Cook. And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27.
Ball carrier.
8th play of this opening drive coming up. This is 3rd down.
It's a gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Working out of the gun. Love. He's got Dallas Goedert, his tight end, over the middle. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
Oh, there's going to be a little bit of regret there because they certainly had the chance to get off the field here and just giving up a field goal attempt. But they couldn't get that stop on 3rd down. Now they have to hunker down because guess what? That drive continues.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. 1st down, going to the air with Love. His pass caught at the 4. And he gets into the end zone for the touchdown. Dallas Goedert, his 6th touchdown of the season. And this offense takes the ball down the field and scores on their opening drive. The touchdown giving them the first quarter lead. Remember, they lost a rough game 2 weeks ago. Then they had to sit through the open week, but a good start here.
And just think about everyone around them, everyone around the organization. When you lose headed into that open week, everyone's cringing because you don't have a chance to get on the horse and ride it again for at least 2 weeks. Well, they were able to take that time, use it constructively, and now they're back in form.
And it's good to make it 7-0. So the drive goes 75 yards, 10 plays. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And at quarterback from the University of Oregon, it's Justin Herbert.
And this could be a whole lot of fun because if his game plan goes into effect early, we're going to see some shots downfield, aren't we? What did he talk to us about? Stretching the field. Wants to open things up for not just his receivers, but for anything underneath.
Well, that was the theme, the front page of the sports section. What did the columnists write? Possible air raid. So we'll see. Yeah,
it's going to be interesting to see how the coaches view that, right? Who gave away the game plan? I think it's pretty obvious, though. That'll help them win.
3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line.
Aaron Jones on
7 yards there and a first down.
Down at the 33-yard line. A gain of 7. First down, Houston.
Out of the gun, Herbert. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Phillips. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. From the shotgun, a give to Jones. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. 2nd down.
We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. You can take the big shots later if he occupies their attention.
And able to haul it in is Kittle. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. They'll get just a couple, but the sticks move again. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. Now a first down carry by Jones. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. The last run got 9. That leaves him with second and a yard.
Second and 1.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
Taken down back at the 18-yard.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
And they'll be in search of 6 yards here on third down. This is now the 9th play of the drive. A shotgun snap for Herbert.
He'll drop this underneath for Jones.
Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. They'll go with Jones. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. Now whistles here, and we've got a man down. Man down on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. First and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17.
Well, that was point counterpoint, wasn't it? They decided to throw for it on 1st and goal. Instead, the defense counters with pressure, and the defense wins, getting a big sack.
First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Operating from the gun, Herbert. Throw left side, complete. It's Bird. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see...
And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Aaron Jones, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And his guys are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Well, he wasn't the guy they were initially going for, but after going through the progressions, it worked.
When you have plenty of people who can catch the football, you don't always have to go to your primary target, and sometimes that target is actually covered. Nice job coming off of that and getting it to someone who was open.
And the man out of the backfield gets in for the score. Here's Chandler Catanzaro for the extra point. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. That one was an extended drive, 14 plays all told. And the result, a Houston touchdown. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
And you see Dalvin Cook and the offense heading back out. Those are his numbers through roughly the first half of the season, and given that, you'd have to think he's on pace for a 1,000-yard campaign.
Steady as he goes, steady goes the offense. But you know what else is happening, too? Because they are a team now recognized with the ability to run the football. You've got to be able to throw it better now, right? Better throwing lanes, better opportunities for the guys downfield, maybe more one-on-one coverage, which you should be able to beat easier. Yeah, he's establishing not just a tone, but an identity for his team.
And that's a discussion we had a couple days ago in the team meetings, talking about this running game opening up the passing game. We'll see if that continues to happen. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
Brings up 3rd down and 7.
On 3rd down, Love. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
And now it's the punter Weil on as he sends this one away. And taken right at the 35. They'll score that a 36-yard punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. So now we get set to see Houston for their 2nd drive of the ball game. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. Now we'll look at Smith. Not sure exactly what happened, but he's still down. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now Jones. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Houston.
So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that 3rd down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field. Defensively, make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the gun, Herbert. And he's going to be sacked. They sack it back right at the midfield stripe. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. From the 50, here's Herbert. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Bird. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line.
A gain of 16 on the play. But it's 3rd down.
So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. Herbert gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27.
A gain of 7.
Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Jones. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
On the carry.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Operating from the gun. Herbert. And a quick throw here. That's complete. A gain of 4 on the play. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker. And you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry? Ball gets tipped in the air. Because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
And a throw there going to be incomplete. So 2 third-down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a 3rd, and now they deal with 4th down. They'll run it with Jones. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. This is Jones. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
Jones again.
2nd and 7 with our score tied at 7, but they're planning to change that soon. Only question, will they get 3 or 6 out of it?
7.
His pass caught at the 4. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston.
Touchdown.
A 12-yard touchdown grab. And his guys have taken the lead. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So that drive, 12 plays in length. And the result, a Houston touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one fielded at the 5. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
First down and 10. At their own 29-yard.
Here's Sacramento's offense once more. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
Love, they go play action now. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there at 22.
Well, one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
First down, here's the run with Cook. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
Love from the gun. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. And they're into the end zone, but it's not verified yet. Hold on, there is a flag down. So retract the yardage and retract the touchdown.
And retract the chunk play. Big strike there to get the touchdown. Now they've got to take it back and see if they've got another one still in their arsenal.
2nd down, Love. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A gain there of 21 yards. And we are keeping a close eye on his catches, a really close eye now because that's number 899 in his career. The next one will give him 900. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. And he whips that one incomplete there. Dalvin Cook is running back, the intended target. That'll bring up 2nd down.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield. They had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
A 2nd down throw for Love. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they had incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
This is caught by Jackson. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
1st and 10.
He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Jordan Love ready on 1st down here. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Love. And this is caught at the 8. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. They will throw again here with Jordan Love. And it's caught. Touchdown. Dallas Goedert with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And his guys are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And a little time left on the clock, so on the other side, they're thinking, gosh, we'd like to get that lead right back.
Yeah, thanks for pointing that out. Here I am, go ahead and tapping out the first half. There's still time. They've got to make a decision about what they want to do on the kickoff, or they want to let their return guy touch it.
Here's Seibert now to add the extra point. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
And now out comes Houston. And we're under a minute to go here. What's been an even first half all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple completions, just string them together. Could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
On 1st and 10, Herbert over the middle, complete. It's Phillips. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we get back. .4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. From the gun, Herbert. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Herbert setting up to throw on first down. Fighting to stay upright. But in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down.
A loss of 13 yards.
So this has been a lot like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back and forth. Both these offenses having their way so far. So maybe the question isn't who's going to score the most points in this game. Maybe it's who's going to get some stops.
Yeah, absolutely. And that sack, finally a first step in the right direction for a stop. The final shot before the break for Herbert. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. So we've hit halftime all even at 14 apiece. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman.
All right, guys, thanks very much. We'll get back with you shortly. But first, let's take a look at what's coming up this weekend around the NFL. Some great games still to come, and I think we highlighted one of the better ones right there, as that promises to be a tight one. Excellent games in the late afternoon window as well, one being out in Los Angeles, where it'll be the Rams taking on the Houston Texans. And then lastly, on Monday Night Football, those fans will be riled up, as it'll be a good matchup between their guys and what equates to be a very tough opponent. Meanwhile, in our game, no shortage of offense as each team has been able to move the ball effectively. Will the defenses show up in the second half? To find out, we give it back to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And we will not see a return to start the half, as this will be a touchback. Justin Herbert leading this unit out for their next possession. And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing pretty well, but the pressure, it's got to him.
Has to find a way to step around it, step through it, or just handle it. Because, as you mentioned, he's having a pretty good day overall. Just the hits keep coming and taking those sacks. That's not the way that they want to finish a ball game with their quarterback on the ground so much.
Now, he'd like to stay upright. When he's been upright, he's been pretty good. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. He continues to deliver a first down here. He had 4 catches in the first half, and this one number 5. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Herbert, the left side completion to Jones.
Herbert's pass.
Give him 7 on the play, and that'll bring up second down.
7-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 3 at their 49-yard line.
From the gun, Herbert. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And a return across midfield and to the 46-yard line. So an opening drive interception to begin this second half.
And just think about the time you spend in the locker room going over what you expected to do in the second half. Not the way they saw it, not the way they drew it up. You find out this is something that you can't just edit, right? There's no rewrite here. This is live, and now they've got to find a way out of this hole.
Following the interception, Love. Complete, the tight end, Kelsey. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. 3 yards to gain there, second down. That grab another career milestone for him. 900 career catches now.
All right, the applause is beginning, right? The applause is going on. That puts him just outside the top 20 all-time in the NFL. Next in his sights at 903, Wes Welker.
Rarefied air. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
To throw on 3rd down. Love. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Houston set to take over. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Again, it's Jones. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. Give him 2 yards on that play, and it'll give him a fresh set of downs.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Operating from the gun. Herbert, quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7. At the 30.
From the gun. Herbert. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
It's 3rd down.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. Nowhere to go for Herbert, and he's going to go down.
Herbert sacked.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Fair catch called for and made, but now we'll have to see about the penalty.
Personal foul, roughing the kicker, defense.
That hurts. If it was running into the kicker, wouldn't be a first down. Roughing, it is a first.
And just think about the differences between the two. Running into the kicker almost feels inadvertent, just a small tap, so to speak. But when you rough him, usually bodies are hitting the ground and flying all different places. And the difference is 5 yards or 15. And in this case, that's a big play.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 50-yard line.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Jones. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 7 yards there and a first down.
At the 42-yard line. A gain of 7. First down, Voyagers.
Operating from the gun. Herbert throwing right, and that's complete. And he's taken down inside the 30. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down.
First down, Houston.
From the gun, Herbert. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. It's a gain of 7, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 21-yard line.
They go back to the ground with Jones, and they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Gain of 3. First down, Voyagers.
Herbert operating from the red zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. Third quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10. To throw again. Herbert caught on the right side by Jones. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
And it's 3rd down.
Herbert on 3rd down now. This will be caught at about the 6. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4.
Houston.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
Herbert throwing again. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
And they'll turn to a power game to try to get in. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Aaron Jones. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And his guys are going to take the lead.
But they decided to run it in and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of times that's a passing play.
And the kicker just has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
Catanzaro now for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. So that, amazingly, a 17-play drive. And the last play in the drive was a touchdown run by Aaron Jones. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taken in at the 3. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
31-yard line.
Here's Sacramento's offense once more. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. Trailing here in the 3rd, and that run might just be the spark that this offense needs.
And don't you just get the sense that he's going around not just in the huddle, but looking over at the bench and saying, ball, give me the ball. Let me carry this thing home.
One quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
14.
Love now to pass on first down. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. That puts him in excellent position, 1st and goal after a gain of 19.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7. But first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll run with Cook. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line. Yeah, now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. They try again with Cook. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. Dalvin Cook, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And his guys are an extra point away from tying this thing up. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. To throw now. Here's Love. And it's caught. Touchdown. From a yard out. And his guys are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Well, it was 3rd and 1. I was expecting run so much for that. They pass it, they score it.
That had the feel of the head coach telling the offensive coordinator, you've got 4 downs here. We're going to go for it on 4th down unless there's a disaster on 3rd. Go ahead and take a shot if you want to. And he gratefully accepted the opportunity and did exactly that. If they didn't get it there, they had the feel that they would come back and try it on 4th down.
And an important one that is, as we are tied now early in this 4th quarter. 5 plays there on that drive. Teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away.
Taking it about the 1. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
1st down and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here.
Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
The ball carrier.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
They'll bring out 4 receivers. 3 of them being sent to the left, 1 to the right, 2nd and 4. Play action this time for Justin Herbert. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
3rd down.
Out of the gun, Herbert. And that is incomplete. And that one off the mark. A little late with the throw. Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Houston. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. Call it 46 yards on the punt. Just a single yard on the return as he was covered quickly. And out will come the offense as they take over.
Here's Sacramento's offense once more. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the 4th quarter.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5.
Cook, the ball carrier.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
26. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Play action this time with Love. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 46. Working out of the gun. Love. That's caught by Jackson. A gain of 6 there on 1st. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. They'll come up on a 2nd and 4 now from the 40-yard line.
56, Mike, 56, right there.
Operating from the gun. Love. That's to Dalvin Cook, his running back. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 16 yards, a 1st down.
And partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars. And he came through with a nice catch right there.
On 1st down, it's Cook. Great move, but still wrangled before reaching the 20.
On the carry.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
21-yard line. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd.
Love now. Caught, Kelsey, left side. And they'll get this down to the 10. 11 yards there, 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 10-yard line.
On the ground, it's Cook. And finding room to work, he's down to the 2-yard line. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
They run it again with Cook. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Dalvin Cook, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And his guys are going to take the lead.
Did you see them hold up 4 fingers at the start of the 4th quarter?
They were ready.
They were definitely ready. They may or may not have done that, but they certainly have played that way. The 4th quarter has belonged to them, and now the lead belongs to them as well.
Seibert on for the PAT. It's good. That makes it a 28-21 game. So an 8-play drive covering 80 yards. And it's capped off by the touchdown run coming from Dalvin Cook. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. Taken in at the 3. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
They'll take over 1st down and 10. At their own 24-yard line.
And now out comes Houston. And now after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. Herbert on 1st down now. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. Not much there, only a yard. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes us 2nd and 9.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
And they finally get to him as he's taken down. Marcus Davenport. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
The offense on third down tonight, well, they've converted 7 times and could use another right now. This will be 3rd and 19. Gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high-percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the 1st down. In this case, it didn't happen.
His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Here's Sacramento's offense once more. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the 1st downs. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
Now a 2nd down throw for Love here. He's got Dallas Goedert, his tight end, over the middle. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
3rd down.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes. And we've got a 1-score game. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
And they'll try and run the option to pick it up.
And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Here's Matt Weil now as he's on to kick it away. Yards that time on the punt.
At their own 22
The
yards.
situation for them offensively as follows. Down by 7, 1:50 to play. They need a touchdown and the PAT to tie it as they come up 1st and 10. Now Herbert. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end.
Herbert's pass.
And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
He'll drop this underneath for Jones.
Herbert's pass.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle.
Herbert's pass.
And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory.
That's exactly what they were looking for. If they get another gain like that, they'll be right there in field goal range.
And the tension building. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
And his throw here is incomplete. And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. He'll look to throw. He's got the 1st down here inside the 30. And down to the 28-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete.
Herbert's pass.
They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. Herbert now to throw. Going right side here, and that's complete.
Herbert.
And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. That last pass puts him over 300 yards now in the game. More importantly, though, big 1st down here in OT.
And the team around him has a lot of confidence now after picking up that 1st down. Everyone seems a little more energized. But did I hear you before the game call in and say, this is my quarterback for your fantasy league because he just gave you a good stat, didn't he?
He did, and I appreciate it. So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. So long, everybody.